All women of every race can be beautiful. Yeah. And I know some of you are sitting there now going, oh, Trevor, yeah, but I've never seen a beautiful Aborigine. Yeah, but you know what you say? You say yet. That's what you say. Yet. Because you haven't seen all of them, right? And plus, it's not always about looks. Yeah. Maybe Aborigine women do special things. Yes. Maybe they'll just like jump on top of you and just be like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Africa won the World Cup. Africa won the World Cup. Africa won the World Cup. I mean, look, I get it. They have to say it's the French team, but look at those guys, huh? Look at those guys. You don't get that tan by hanging out in the south of France, my friends.
What? They shot them for dancing. How bad was this dancing? But it wasn't. It was the police versus the miners, and they wanted money, and it was a sad situation. No one really knows what happened, but everyone has an opinion. I like this.
That last joke has provoked a new wave of outrage on social media, though it's been years since it was first cracked. It's about the 2012 Marikana massacre, when police in South Africa killed dozens of people during a miners' strike. Some on Twitter slammed him for using such provocative humor to build his career. Union O'Neill asked comedian John F. O'Donnell and legal analyst Lionel if there should be boundaries in comedy.
Comedy today is being infiltrated with these Freudian screw-ups, these demented, twisted, angry, sexually backwater, weird Freudian nightmare, these paraphiles who think it's funny to shock and to say something, and whatever they say, we're supposed to accept it.
And the reality is, once we start letting these kind of PC monsters come into place and having, like, people decide what is, tolerable and what is good, we do cross a dangerous line. If somebody does, a comedian does want to, of their own volition, apologize for a bit, I think that is okay. Like, he did apologize for this, the bit about saying, no Aboriginal people are attractive.
To me, everything is valid in terms of whether you call it humor or piquant commentary. If you don't like it, turn it off. But a rule might be, don't joke about something called a massacre. Just saying. I don't know if there's any rules, but I stay away from massacre humor. Let me tell you what bothers me in addition to this. And I'm no real big fan of Trevor Noah, and that doesn't mean anything. Don't read anything into that. How many years ago were some of these jokes? Is there a statute of limitations, number one? Do we just dredge up stuff? That's number one. Number two, I don't mind, or I do mind, I should say, when some people get away with things and some people don't. Who decides who gets away with what? Who gets to say? You can say it, O'Donnell, you can say it, all right, that's your humor, but you can't. That's what bothers me.
We have to go back to the Marikana massacre and the way Trevor joked about it. Let's again listen to a short clip.
Why didn't they use rubber bullets? Why didn't they use rubber bullets and tear gas? Because those things don't work anymore. They used it the whole week, and they couldn't control people, so they had to come with ammunition because those guys had weapons. Plus, tear gas is a waste of time. Which strike has ever ended because of tear gas? Where have you ever heard that on the news?
Yeah, it is a very, disparate, and to kind of say something like that and then kind of have this thing, however, let's say this was 5 years ago. Like Lionel was saying, it's like, how long do these outrage police get to, exist? Like, what's the statute of limitation on saying something? As comedians, as creative people, we're coming up with a lot of content, we're throwing a lot of things out there. Sure, if we say something that's, that's really inflammatory and, there can be a backlash, and that's something that we have to deal with, right or wrong.
Let's also remember, this is Trevor Noah, okay? But let's don't get crazy. But if he'd have made those jokes about Palestinian riots or uprisings with Israeli soldiers, oh, no, no, no. So there's no applicability to humor across the board. It's all what's in and what's not. Black Lives Matter, sacrosanct. The massacre, well, what's a word now? Oh, yes, edgy.
Is there a point there that maybe bravery is being lost in comedy a little bit, that easy targets are being joked about when it comes to liberal versus conservative? Liberal comics tend to you know, go down the side of conservatives?
With the Trump administration, it's sort of easy for, you know, mainstream liberal comedians to, you know, go after the Trump administration or the Republican Party. That's the kind of the wheelhouse where they feel you know, comfortable. Like a lot of these shows would probably be considerably, you know, would be happy if there was a Hillary Clinton presidency, but they would have less fodder to go after, you know?
If you're in the right group and the right person, the sky's the limit. If you're not, Republican, Trump supporter, perceived to be right-wing, whatever, you get no tolerance and no exercise of the free liberty of free speech. That simple.